I've been wearing smartwatches for the last 5 years, but for the past 5 months, I switched to a smart ring, and honestly, it completely changed how I think about wearables. In this video, I'll break down my experience, what you gain, what you lose, and which one actually makes more sense for you. Before switching to a smart ring, I was using this Apple Watch Series 10 as my daily driver, and for good reason. It kept track of all my health metrics, tracked all my workouts, monitored my sleep, and kept me notified with all the important notifications. And every once in a while, I used it to make or receive phone calls. It did exactly what I needed it to do. And you know how sometimes you become totally dependent on a gadget without even noticing, and you only realize it once you stop using it? Well, that was me with my smartwatch. I used to constantly check my wrist for notifications, alerts, my step counts, calorie burn, and whatnot. And it happened way too often, which is not good. So, when I first switched to a smart ring, it felt almost uneasy, not getting constant updates on my wrist. But within 2 to 3 days, I got used to it. My wrist was free of the extra bulk, there was no screen lighting up every time I moved my hand, no constant temptation to check my messages or respond instantly, and I even noticed slightly improved focus in my work. Yes, it felt weird having nothing on the wrist and a ring on my index finger. But once I got comfortable with it, I started noticing the good stuff too. Even though I wasn't checking my wrist every few minutes, I was still getting all the same data. The ring was monitoring my health data, including heart rate, blood oxygen saturation, stress, and recovery score. It even tracked my sleep with detailed sleep insights, including sleep stages. Everything was quietly being tracked in the background. No buzzing, no distractions, no little screen begging for attention. Yet all the core health metrics were still there, neatly stacked in a mobile app, waiting for me when I actually wanted to see them. It almost felt like I'd gone from loud and flashy smart to quiet and elegant smart. And the best part was that all of it was insanely accurate. When I compared the readings from my Apple Watch and the Nova smart ring, the results were shockingly close. In fact, for sleep tracking and resting heart rate, the ring was often more consistent. Because it's lighter, it stays snug on my finger all night. It doesn't move around like a watch does on your wrist. Plus, this smart ring is so minimalist that I can wear it with any attire without it looking tacky. It's 5 ATM water resistant and it's made from titanium alloy, so durability is something you don't have to worry about with this ring. However, switching from a smartwatch to a smart ring is not without compromises. The biggest one for me was the lack of an inbuilt GPS. Like, if I wanted to track any GPS-enabled workouts with the smart ring, I can do that, but I'd have to carry the connected smartphone with me to record the route. I mean, I'm impressed by how much tech is stuffed inside this tiny little ring. But that doesn't change the fact that I have to carry a comparatively bulky smartphone with me to track my runs. Also, if I want to quickly skip a song or check my pace, with the Apple Watch, it was all right there on my wrist. With a smart ring, you don't get that. There's no display, no music controls, and no glancing down to check your progress mid-workout. After switching to the smart ring, I also realized how much I actually relied on those quick interactions with my watch. Honestly, I didn't miss those constant notifications as much as I missed being able to take and receive phone calls from my wrist. Even to see who's calling, I'd have to pull the phone out of my pocket. And it's not a hassle by any means, but I guess it's just way too convenient for me to see incoming calls on my wrist. So, if you're someone who's constantly managing calls, texts, or emails through your smartwatch, the smart ring is going to feel a little too quiet. It gives you the peace, yes, but that peace comes by taking away the convenience of instant connectivity. And that's where it really depends on your lifestyle. If you need quick replies, glanceable info, and on-wrist controls, the smartwatch still makes more sense. But here's where things get interesting. Once the initial adjustment phase was over, which took 1 week, I started noticing the upsides of not having a smartwatch on my wrist. My screen time went down, almost naturally. I wasn't checking notifications just because they showed up. I was checking them only when I needed to. My workouts also felt, I guess you could say, simpler. Instead of constantly glancing at my wrist to see my heart rate or calories burned, I just focused on the actual workout. And later when I checked the stats in the app, everything was still there. The companion app even gave me AI-powered health insights. It monitored my health, activity data, and sleep data, and it gave me useful personalized advice to improve my overall health. Never got that with the Apple Watch. And even in normal day-to-day life, I felt more present. When I was working, I wasn't getting distracted by a buzz on my wrist. I could focus better, and it was like my mind had a little bit more breathing room. The smart ring gives you the same health insights, sleep, recovery, heart rate, and daily readiness, but without constantly asking for your attention. And honestly, that shift was something I didn't expect to value as much as I do now. And battery life? Well, it was better than I expected. With my Apple Watch, I was used to charging it almost daily. In contrast, this tiny smart ring with all the bells and whistles lasted easily 3 to 4 days. And when it ran out of charge, it'd go from 0 to 100% in just about 1 hour. So here's how I would sum it up. If you value convenience, quick interactions, music control during workouts, navigation, and receiving calls on the go, the smartwatch is still the better all-rounder. It's your mini smartphone on your wrist. But if your goal is quiet health tracking, less distraction, more mental space, and something that blends into your routine instead of constantly interrupting it, the smart ring might actually make more sense for you. At the end of the day, it's not about which one is better. It's about which one matches your lifestyle and the kind of relationship you want to have with technology. Would you rather have more features and quick access on the wrist, or do you prefer going minimal, staying less distracted, and keeping things quiet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, then give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.